Hi, I'm Trisha, and today I'm going to be doing my first of my experimental frosting videos that I promised in my welcome video. What I've got here, what I'm starting with is a cup of chocolate chips. I'm using the Enjoy Life mini chips. They're semi-sweet chocolate and they are dairy, nut, and soy free. And I'm going to be finally using my beloved, my KitchenAid. So I've got a pot of water here that I'm going to get boiling, and I'm going to use my KitchenAid bowl just to kind of fake a double boiler. And I'm going to dump my chocolate chips into the bowl. I'm going to go ahead and put my bowl on top of my pan. Actually, this pan's a little big. Okay, I'm going to switch to a smaller pan because this one's a little wide for the size of the bowl, and the bottom of the mixing bowl is wanting to touch the bottom of the pan, and I think that's going to make the chocolate burn. It's not really boiling, but it's warm, it's hot, so it'll be fine to melt this chocolate. So I'm just going to let it slowly melt and keep stirring it. Keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't burn. If your bowl starts getting hot, you may need to hold it with a pot holder. I have my heat turned down to low now so that it doesn't heat up the bowl too much and get steam all in my face and everything, and it's melting the chocolate just fine. Make sure it melts all the way, you don't want any lumps. Okay, my chocolate's all melted, nice and smooth. And kind of scrape down the sides and put it straight onto my mixer and turn off my water. Now I'm not sure how much coconut sugar I'm going to want to use for this, so I'm going to just start adding it maybe a quarter cup at a time, and I'm going to use my paddle attachment on my mixer. I'm going to start with just a quarter cup of the coconut sugar. And because it's a little lumpy, I'm going to put it through a sifter. And we're going to start this really low. And what I do with regular frosting too is to help keep it from fluffing all over the place when you first turn it on. You quickly kind of pulse it on and off. It helps incorporate the sugar a little bit with the wet ingredients. More slowly so it doesn't fly up in your face. Gonna add another quarter cup. Okay, it's sweetening the chocolate. Tastes good. Here's what I've got so far, kind of a thick chocolate mixture. It's not super smooth at this point. Now I have this can of coconut cream that I got at Trader Joe's. I put it in the fridge overnight and it got really solid. I think you can get the same result with coconut milk, putting it in the fridge overnight. But when I tried that, it didn't work, and I think it was because the brand of coconut milk I had didn't work for that. So I think I need to get some of the Thai Kitchen brand. Since I was at Trader Joe's and I saw this, I thought I'd give it a try. Also, I think the high fat content in the coconut may help the sugar dissolve a little bit better. Okay, we've got some liquid at the bottom, so I guess I'm going to avoid that. And of course, we know this is an experiment, so I have no idea how much to use. I'm going to start with a quarter cup like I did with the sugar and go from there. This is probably not the best way to get this out of here. I'm making a giant mess. Okay, so putting the coconut milk in softened this a lot. It's not really liquidy. I mean, it's almost like a really soft frosting that you could just spread onto something. I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup of this, the thick part of the coconut cream. I don't know if you can see how smooth it's gotten. It tastes good, but now it's super liquidy. So I'm gonna take this whole thing, I'm gonna scrape down the sides, try and get it all into one blob in the middle of the bowl as much as possible. So here's what I've got, a big bowl of melted chocolate. I'm gonna just cover it and put it in the fridge and let it chill for a bit, because the heat from the chocolate melted the coconut cream. So I want to give that a chance to solidify again. My frosting mixture has been in the fridge for about 2.5 hours. And I'm going to just whip it up for a couple minutes and see what happens. Here's our frosting. It's lightened up in color, so it's definitely incorporated some air into it. It seems a little on the gooey side. I think now that it's cooled and I can tell more of the consistency of it, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of the powdered coconut sugar. And I'm gonna go for it and add 1/2 cup. So that's gonna put us to a total of 1 cup. This is looking pretty good. I'm just gonna let it keep whipping for a couple more minutes. Well, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? It's definitely resembling something that I think I could decorate with. Yeah, that's good. My cupcakes are cooled. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in my piping bag and test it out. And I've decided that a good test, I think, is if I can pipe a rose out of it, and I think we know that it's gonna work. All right, here we go, let's see. All right, well, I've got a fairly successful little rose. It is really stretchy, kind of like a cream cheese frosting. It is really delicious. Tastes so good. It's super chocolatey, really, really good. So this frosting behaves very much like a cream cheese frosting, so it will soften up pretty quickly at room temperature. Keep it chilled until right before you're ready to use it. Then go ahead and whip it for a couple of minutes to make it pipeable. Also, like a cream cheese frosting, it's not going to work that great for 3D pipe decorations, such as roses and other flowers that need to be able to hold up their own weight. It will be ideal for 2D piping decorations straight onto the sides and top of your cake or cupcakes. So I just decorated all these cupcakes with the frosting, and I did a basket weave design, and it worked beautifully. Actually, this frosting worked really well for this kind of design. So I'm really excited about that. If you would like to see the tutorial on how I decorated these cupcakes, click on the link at the end of the video or down in the description. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.